All right, we are live for the third episode of the HSL South Florida.
Let's Go podcast, and we're back, episode 3, as we head into week 3 for our South Florida Men's Softball League. We have Jonathan Eliezer here from Florida Jewish Home, Sensible Marketing, Alpha Tech. Nailed all of them. When I was down in South Florida, it was almost a month ago now because of the break, 3 weeks ago, I witnessed Jonathan get a whooping, an absolute whooping by Rides to Fly. It was an embarrassment to their team, but more importantly to Menachem Diamond's team and the Five Towns community. However, they did take care of business this past week against a very talented team as well, winning I think 10-0 or 9-0, pretty easily. IRSUS claimed that it could have been a lot closer. That I think it was, what team was they beat? Smash House?
Yeah, it was definitely should have been a lot closer than the score.
A lot of errors there, I heard. But either way, we have Jonathan Eliezer on the pod, who's one of Menachem's and Ira's top players for Sensible. And welcome, David. Take it away.
All right. Well, I was not feeling so well this morning. I never ever cancel a podcast, and I almost canceled. But Joey's doing such an amazing job down there in South Florida, and Yona, of course, as well, and you, Avi. I was like, I gotta power through. If you guys, so this is gonna be my flu podcast. Like the flu game is gonna be my. This is gonna be my flu podcast. So hopefully, I'm able to bring the energy and score 35 points. So, John, what do you go by? How do I call you? Jonathan, John, Yoni, Yonason, Yehonason, JJ.
All the above.
All the above.
All the above at this point. Jonathan is, if my mother was watching this, she'd be like, how dare they? His name is Jonathan. I named him Jonathan.
I was to say he's Moroccan, so it's not. There's no sa. It's the ta.
Yeah. There's no sa. No, everything's the ta with us. But
Yoni?
but
Anybody call you Yoni?
Yoni, yeah, here and there. Johnny, John. It depends.
Depends on where you are. That's cool. So welcome to the podcast. We're very glad you're here. How did this transpire? Joey, how did you land Mr. Eliezer on the podcast?
So I'll be honest, the Sensible Florida Jewish Home Alpha Tech, there are a bunch of celebrities on that team. A lot of those guys are hard to get. Jonathan Eliezer was always up there. And there's proof, by the way. You should know. You shouldn't feel like you are a rebound. There's proof in it where I said, let's get Eliezer. But Ira and Menachem both said like he's your guy to go to. So I reached out to Jonathan, and obviously he was kind enough. Also, I felt like after having Jared Schulman from Rides to Fly, I felt like we should get what seems like the next best team to be able to come on. I know that they're a little sore that they're the next best team and not the top team, but they've got what to prove.
Correct.
Yeah. It's a long season, and it's tough act to follow with Jared. I mean, having both of us, we're very opinionated people, and we try to meet halfway in our discussions. Jared's awesome because he's played in, obviously I'm part of, YMSL my whole career, pretty much my whole softball career. So, I mean, he knows.
You just got us another 100 views, Jonathan.
Yeah. I got to call the commissioner. He might take a payment for that one.
Is that Norman Jamal?
Yeah, it's Norman. Yeah.
Somebody gave me his number the other day. I want to try to get him for a podcast. And the guy told me, do not tell him that I gave you his number. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was saying that Norman claims he does not know, because Norman doesn't know any other leagues besides the YMSL. He's like, no, I don't know anyone. I never heard of them. Never heard of this one. But I also played in M&S with Sam Sutton, who was part of EKS.
Oh, good friend of ours.
Yeah, Sam's a good friend of the podcast, a good friend of the league.
What did you say, Joey?
The voice of Jewish men's softball.
Oh, he actually said, we made a little cartoon, a little meme for him because he said once, I am softball.
He's the Gary Cohen wannabe.
He's a wild character. I love Sam though. He's a good guy, and him and Max run the league for years. But yeah, I mean, listen, all of this is aspirations to what I see the league potentially, right? I mean, you guys have the situation on lock. You have the formula in Long Island, Queens, wherever it might be. And I think that's the MO is for, right? We're rough sledding here, but obviously as the years progress, you want to see a full picture of the full product, right? And I think that's where eventually we could get to. And I'm ambitious about it because there's not a lot of good things happening in South Florida when it comes to softball. Whether it come to gold balls that people from college are playing with, or and we talk a big game in the chat. But one thing about me is I'm gonna back up my mouth. So I always look forward to seeing who spoke or who said something in the
Oh,
chat.
is this Sam Sutton? Is this? Oh my gosh!
Are you guys able to see this?
Yeah, we see it.
I made this for him after he said, "I am softball."
I don't recognize him without the suit and the hat.
What the Sam I Am hat? The Sam I Am
Sam, I
hat.
am.
I just remember in RSK, I was like, "Who the hell is this guy? He is so annoying."
Sam's a
Yeah,
great guy.
Sam's
He's been
that
on.
guy.
He's been on here. After the RSK tournament this past season, we were having an RSK wrap up, and out of nowhere, Sam just pops on the podcast. It was so funny. He just popped right in. He was on here for a solid 20 minutes, giving his rundown.
Telling you, this
He,
guy's
he,
just coming in on a golf cart, like announcing, like, "Bro, what are you doing? No one cares."
he probably hacked himself into the feed, too. He's like,
Wild.
hey,
It was wild. It was
Yeah. Okay.
absolutely wild.
So John. So you're Joni, Jonathan. Where are you from originally? Let's start at the beginning. Where are you from originally?
Brooklyn, born and raised, Midwood guy, Ocean Parkway guy.
Were you able to
So
pass as Syrian?
so pretty much I was pretty much what do we call that? Initiated into the group, bearing that
SY
I
Nation.
was always, the SY Nation. I was always in Deal with my uncles in the summer,
Not
who were
easy.
Moroccan. There's a good Moroccan community there in Deal
Do you
also.
know Harry Edelman?
No,
Oh,
Joey's
no,
poking fun at the fact. Joey's poking fun at the fact that my stepmother is Syrian. My father married a Syrian. So my father's whole life is Syrian. So I have two worlds to me. I'm my Ashkenaz world and my Syrian world. Harry's my brother from my father and my stepmother. He's
I
a
mean, on a
Matt and
scale
David
of
kid.
one to
Brother.
10. Well, let's start with you, Jonathan. On a scale of 1 to 10, how Syrian do the Syrians consider you? With 1 being a Bukharian and 10 being somebody born in Flatbush with the biggest house in Deal and whatever else it takes
I
to be Syrian.
it's like those cousins, that come over, and technically it's they're not part of the family, but you see them once in a while. And no, but I grew up with a lot of the guys, so we're good friends, till
Uh-huh.
this day. The thing is, they have a baseball card, YMSL trading baseball
Yeah,
card, which you guys got to get on that.
What does that
And
mean?
yeah,
What is that? What is that?
yeah.
it's
It's
trading
it's a
cards,
very
it's baseball
popular in their
cards.
what
area.
does that mean? I could get a PSA 10 of Sam Sutton? Like,
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
no, no
they have a
Sam Suttons
store.
running around. No Sam
They have a
Suttons, but
store. They have a
basically,
store. They sell them out of.
so Monmouth
That's
Trading Cards
crazy.
is actually a friend of mine, Zolta owns it. And so long story short, they have a card of me with the Moroccan flag. So that'll tell you how Syrian they think I am at that
Very
point.
cute.
Um,
Avi,
but
where do
yeah,
you
no,
rank? Avi, where do they rank you with your
Avi's a
stepmother being
muggle. He's a
Syrian and
muggle.
he's a Muggle and he has a
He's a
half
muggle.
brother. Sorry, you have a half brother who's half Syrian, right?
Officially,
Edelman.
but really, he's really fully Syrian.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
And
your
he's half
father
Syrian,
is.
but he's growing up Syrian. He's
Aha.
a Mag and David. He's in Deal in the summer. He's
So how much
plays.
Syrian
He
street
plays
cred
in
does that
leagues
give
in
you?
this. He plays in leagues in the center. He's a full SY. He's in the
So
Oh,
what?
okay, okay.
So how much street cred does that give you, Avi?
Like zero. The only Syrianness to me is I go to Deal for two Shabbosim in the summer, and I go to the center to watch my brother play basketball
Will the
sometimes.
Half
Syrians
blood.
talk to you? Will they talk to you there, or they
Yeah,
won't even
yeah.
look in your direction?
So the thing with the Syrian is once you're in the family, which I am because my father's married to my stepmother, they treat you nice. So I'm definitely treated very well. We're
But
definitely
there's two.
my
There's
wife, my kid,
two.
and I are VIPs in the Syrian space.
David, there's two, right? There's the Escalante, the high-end jet set, SYs who potentially might not look your way, and then there's the down-to-earth SYs who are kind of like, hey, we're gonna hang out with you. You're cool enough.
The
Um,
ones, David, the ones who only own a house in New York and Deal, but not New
yeah,
York and Deal and Florida and Israel.
yeah,
So
What's
Are,
that
are
word you
Syrians
used?
followers of Rav Pinto, or is that Persian? Or is that Moroccan? I know, like, Rav Pinto's like
Pinto. I think there's Moroccan Pinto, but there's also I think a Syrian Pinto.
who's the celebrity Rav that LeBron's close with? All those guys.
Good question.
Uh,
No,
it's not Ovadia. I don't think it's
no, it is
Ovadia.
Pinto. It is Pinto, but I think
No,
it's someone.
we
I
Pinto.
know
think
it's Pinto, but which one
Yeah,
is it?
Pinto hangs out with the Israeli crew, my Israeli crew in New York. So
Oh yeah,
yeah. They have pictures with him.
So Jonathan, so
they're big machers.
yeah, the call come in. Jonathan, so you grew up in Brooklyn, in Midwood, you said Flatbush, that thing. You there?
think so.
Jonathan, you there?
It's a Syrian thing. We have to wait for him.
He's gonna log on and come back in.
All right.
It's a Syrian thing. The Syrians say jump, we say how high. You got to know.
So, so he's Moroccan and a little Iraqi.
He's a little. It seems like he's a little lost with all his different familia.
So Joey, you had off last week at Thursday. This was an off week at softball.
It was Yom Hoda.
Yom Hoda. Okay, did you eat?
We actually have Yom Yashka coming up also.
Oh, he's back.
Okay, so Jonathan, you so you grew up in Midwood
guys.
Flatbush. Where'd you go to elementary and high school? Where'd you go to elementary and high school?
Rambam Yeshiva. And then after
Whoa.
Rambam, ended up going to TAB, Torah Academy of Brooklyn.
Wait,
Joey,
you went to Rambam for high school?
Wait, is that which Rambam
No,
is
so
that?
I didn't go to ZDR. It's on Kings Highway, the Rambam on Kings Highway. So.
Oh, not the Five
went there
Towns
for-
Rambam.
No, we played versus the Five Towns Rambam usually though.
Well, that's confusing. Rambam versus
usually
Rambam. That's crazy.
Yeah. There was Yeshiva Rambam on Kings Highway, which was 1st to 8th grade, and then ZDR Academy was the school, the high school on top of it. ZDR, good softball team, a lot of guys that went there. But I went to TAB, who actually, I re-met Moshe Weiss, who's in the league, who went to TAB with me. And when that guy split his finger open that night,
That was crazy.
Moshe Weiss was actually on the team, and we were like, "Oh my God, there you are!" So it was.
That was crazy.
It was.
How old are you, Jonathan?
Dave and Avi know about that.
We don't. How old are you,
it's
Jonathan?
wild. I'm 37.
37.
What happened with the finger splitting open?
There was there's this guy, I think his name's Julio or Jorge, was playing third base. There was like a line drive, hit off his glove. Play kept going, and like 5 minutes later, he like calls for an injury timeout. He said how he dislocated his finger. Everyone's like, bro, what? Like 5 minutes you were fine, and then you see his finger, and it's like, oh, that is very dislocated.
Yeah,
Actually-
very dislocated.
Yeah, but he stayed in
his-
for another at bat.
Yeah, his
Whose team
finger
is
was
he on?
hanging off.
It was wild.
Whose team is he on?
Smash House,
He's on
right?
Friedman.
Smash House?
Oh.
And it was the first time in my life that there's 30 Jews, not one was Hatzalah.
That's crazy.
Avi's
Bizarre.
wielding a corkscrew while we talk about the finger coming
Yeah,
off. Very
Avi has a lot of
strange.
ADHD. There's a lot of ADHD.
Anything I got this also. Whatever
No,
I can
but while
hold.
we're getting into that, we could just give a sneak peek. I know that, John, you were saying, I see you guys are playing Friedman again, Smash House. And, I know that Stephen Friedman was also, I wouldn't say upset about it, but he's like, why? And the bottom line is that, I don't think, I think that we want to see the upper tier teams really duel it out. We want to see the talent that's in there. And, I think that last week there was Zimmerman Ride Supply played Chiwak, and I think it was 20-0. They scored 14 without an out in the first inning.
Yeah,
You
only
know,
boosted
like-
their ego further. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I knew that was gonna happen. I was honestly I was disappointed in Smash House. Like I'm excited to see these quote unquote top dogs in the league. And when I find out after from Ira Suss that no, it was a good game. We won 10-0. Like what the heck is happening? Like is it
Yeah.
really
They had
only
an
is it
off
really
game.
only a is it
I
really
heard
only a
they had an
2-team
off
league?
game.
Like
Yeah, I heard they had an off game. Apparently, someone saw them in like the the scrimmage a week ago,
Yeah,
2 weeks
Diamond
ago,
Team. Me and Diamond Team played. They hit him
and
hard.
you guys, it begs me to question. At some point I was like, listen, what team did they bring? Did they bring a different team this time? I don't know. But they had a few errors, and listen, that's what it's going to come down to. You have a few errors, and on that field, you throw past first base, and you have 3 runs. You could score a home run throwing it past first base.
Right there,
and that's
I think it was
how-
your shot.
That's what Ride to Fly. Well, I had like 2 home runs basically that should
Right.
have been probably caught, and which we got to get into scoring. But at some point, I'm counting them. My son asked me what I did. I said I went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs.
Well, if your son
but-
wants a job, tell him to reach out to me. We're always looking for more score bookies.
How old is your
Listen.
How old is your boy? How old is your boy, Jonathan?
He'll probably do a better job than what we have now. He's 5.
Woo!
But
did the other
no,
one do okay? Was it only one of them that didn't do well?
No, it's okay. I'll be honest with you. It's not doing well. This is what I tell people. Game changer, when you're first learning it, once you
Yeah.
learn it, it's very easy. It's not so easy. The fact that he was able to finish both games, get the correct scores in, that in itself, you got to give the kid a pat on the back. He's a little
Right.
TTB boy, He's used to learning Gemara all day long. He's not used to
TTB,
games.
baby. TTB
it
High
gets
School
very
League. Shout out.
detailed.
It gets very detailed. I definitely agree
Um,
that the scoring needs to be worked on. This is a plug that if
There is a way
anyone
to edit it, by the way. I'm just letting you know. It's not so
Yeah.
difficult.
right, but then when it's like the New York thing. Then when you edit it, it's okay. You edit it for this guy, but now every guy's gonna say, but it was
You
an
have to go
error.
through the
But
whole
you know what
thing.
I
Yeah, you
mean?
have to go. Yeah.
Listen, it's training wheels. I think people need to understand that
Correct.
too, right? Once we take the training wheels off, it'll be ready to roll. Like I said, the product is there. But that team, I was looking forward to that team. One reason, it's because Rob the Pest was on the other side,
Yes, Rob the
and
best.
So Rob the
I think
Pest is
that
part of the team that got this got clobbered.
Yes.
so he had a nice play though. He had like a little goalie, stab, throw to second. I mean, the guy could play and he could hit as well, right? I think, but when you sit
How
down
long?
He
and
was
you
How long do you
experimenting
go
with
understand,
back
last
with
week.
Rob the? How long do you go back with Rob the Pest?
it's about 4 weeks now. Yeah, it's about
And you
4
don't,
weeks.
and you already have such a desire to beat him.
Oh, it's that guy. We start talking. He's telling me gold ball. Everybody's good with this ball. Everyone's better with this bat. I'm like, Rob, stop being a pest. I was like, let's just get on the field, and
See,
it was
this is
awesome because there's a mutual respect there. He's actually a good player, and I like guys that talk a big game and can back it up. So he was a good player.
this is what people don't realize. A lot of people complain, "Oh, chat's too active." People don't realize you build relationships like this between Jonathan
Yeah,
Eliezer and Rob the Pest Martinez.
yeah,
It builds a camaraderie. Like that's part of what HSL is. And in the New York League, you can ask. I can tell you this right now. Glenn Zuckerman doesn't know me through a hole in the wall, but I'm Glenn Zuckerman's daddy. He won't tell you, but he doesn't know me
it's
through a hole, but
great.
I
It's
am.
great. It encourages more
But
people
as
to
I'm
talk
saying,
up
you,
too.
you mess with these guys and you form friendships. And to be honest with you, so much so that some of these friendships turn into teams being created.
Correct.
Yeah, it's true.
Like that's what happens in New York, and it leads to more teams coming in, and that's part of what we want. Yeah, obviously, yes, it could get a little out of hand. There's a very cool button on WhatsApp. It's called mute,
Yeah.
where
Joey, if people complain to you that the players' chat is too active,
people complain to me, and I say, okay, so I said PZ deals is too much for me, also, but you don't see me leaving it because once in a while there's a good deal. You know what I mean? So
what's
once in
I
a
their
mean,
while
it's a
there's
rec.
concern?
some gossip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rec leagues chat, man. If you're complaining about a rec leagues chat, I mean,
Correct.
it's come on, it's all fun and games, and even if it's not, there's some competitiveness to it, right? We get on the
100%.
field
We
and it's
see you and
like,
Sam Steele and Freud going at it.
oh, Sam. So I'm gonna say it now, and I hope it comes to fruition. I don't really talk before it happens, and I like to, I under what's that saying? Under promise, over deliver.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Sam, I mean, he should not be talking about bats. The guy is 6'7" with 600, 250 pounds.
Yeah,
He's a
they
beast.
Yona
We
Berger
know
called
that.
him the Hulk.
We know that. And he's talking, and I'm like, I can't wait to see this guy. And then I looked up and I saw him, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop talking, I guess. But
He's a big
then
boy. He's a big
at
boy.
some point, at some point, I'm just like, this guy is, he could be he's probably one of the best players in the league, right?
Yeah.
I've seen his track record, but I can't wait to beat someone like that. That's my MO and that's my fire that I bring to it. And I play up to that standard. So for me, I love that he's in the chat. I love that he's talking away. He's what is his Jared Schulman calls him the keyboard warrior.
Yeah.
So I love that because at some point it's going to come down to our probably two teams. I'm going to be honest with you, that probably are in the World Series, and that's a matchup that I can't wait to play at that level.
Yes.
Listen, so that that also gets into it. Is it two teams? Because to be honest, I think it's three. I think people rule out Smash House, and I know that they're going to be very excited for this. But Burger Hicks is definitely turning heads.
Yeah. They're not. I'll
I
tell you this
haven't seen
much.
them.
Burger Hicks. They're coming in. Word on the street was they're going to be another. I don't want to shout out. Word on the street was they weren't going to be competitive at all, and they actually have a couple of really nice players. Their pitcher, as long as he's run out of steam, I'm not saying he's a high A level pitcher, but he's a pitcher that has a great fastball. He changes speeds. He doesn't walk
Yes.
guys. They have a very solid field. Even their older guys, you would think are just pushovers. Their fundamentals are great. They know how to hit. They can hit any pitching. I'm very curious to see. Do I think they'll beat a team like Rides to Fly or Florida
No.
Jewish Home? No, but I could see a 7-3, 6-2 game.
Who
I
have they
could see it.
played? That's the question. Who have they
Okay,
played?
so they
You're right.
played my
They
team.
played garbage. They played Joey Katz's team, which is not garbage, and they played another team, which is garbage.
Excuse me,
However,
Avi.
sorry, but I'm also a softball junkie, and I when
Well,
I
you know
see
what? If my
players,
team's
like
garbage, then maybe tell your brother-in-law to start picking it up. I don't know what to tell you because you added him to
sorry,
my team. You
sorry,
said he's
sorry.
amazing.
I said at least I said you're not garbage, but you listen, you're not one of the top teams in the league. but I see there are players on their team that when I see softball, I know softball. They're very solid players. They're not gonna beat you guys. But it's a type of team where if you guys have a game like Holy Smash House had against you guys this past game, then there's a chance they'll win. I'll say that they're not a total 21 to nothing, 10-0 with out and out inning type of team.
What I've noticed is in this league is that I happen to think that majority of teams can hit. I don't think it's the hitting that's the problem. I think it's the field. Even with my team put up 17 runs last game. Obviously, the fielding wasn't the best, but I think it's also like I said, like the last time, some of these guys are. Why do I hear myself in an echo?
Probably Golly just too.
Well, that's just annoying. Anyways, having played in
You could cancel it. You'll cancel. Don't worry. It's going now, but I'll cancel it after.
Okay, are really starting to, I would say, reconnect with their swing. But I happen to think Burger Hicks is definitely a fundamental team. I think Burger Hicks is one of those teams that could play in either, and I think it makes for a good discussion for next year. In that, they might not be a top tier one, A League team, but I definitely think that they're competitive. I think that my team. I think it's still too early. I definitely don't think we'll beat Diamondstein or Zimmerman. But I think we can compete against Smash House. And then you have Addictive Ads. Credit to them. They can hit. They might not be the best builders.
Yeah. Hitting, I don't think is an issue. It needs to be pitching and defense, right? I mean, just like every other league. And if you have a top-tier pitcher, 1, 2, or even 3, and then you have a mediocre defense, you can get by on winning the whole thing.
Correct. Right.
So I think that's what's yet to be seen. And some of these guys haven't been in pressure moments.
No, they haven't.
Elimination games.
One of the fields you haven't played there, John, yet, but MacArthur. It's all dirt infield. Or actually, this will be the last we play there. But it's a very small fence. So the scores 17-14 aren't 17-14 because it's 195 feet.
Yeah.
So
how's that going, Joey? How's it going with the fields? How close are we to locking in?
We're close. We have 2 for sure. We have 3 or 4, and then this way we're going to choose. I've heard everyone's voices. We all want third infield. One thing I will say is that I realize in Florida the softball fields are very short. Is that a thing? Have you noticed that, John? I don't know.
I'm here 3 years.
Very short fences.
Yeah. It's. I think for me, it's the dirt infield. I think that is huge. I think that's where you're going to see errors. That's what separates the boys from the men. I think anyone can make a play on grass when the softball is pretty much dying. One of my diving plays, I probably didn't even need to dive. It died out at the last minute.
Correct.
So I mean, that's a play that is full out. You have to dive on ground, on dirt. And that's still softball, right? So that's what I say with training wheels. It's usually that.
Right. So that's
Dave, thanks for getting rid of the echo, Dave.
Yeah, appreciate it.
No echo.
Dave, you left and the echo started for the last 5 minutes.
I'm so sorry. I took out my
you better apologize to all of our followers watching this podcast.
Not as sorry as that toilet.
Well, I love it. Unfiltered, man, in this show. I was telling Joey, I was sitting on the side. I'm like, dude, this show is like, you got to get me on there. There's a lot that could go on.
I cut out. I can cut out that part. We'll see how it sounds.
Not cutting that part out.
We had some good talk. I thought that was a good segment of it, though, is that dirt infields and, like I said, separating the boys from the men on fielding. You're going to see different types of games. There's different strategies with a dirt infield, I think, where you're positioning. And that's where I've kind of grown up playing, my whole career. And then you get to the balls, right? I mean, it's very tough to follow the Jared Schulman act, but I will say that, I think at some point it's beneficial. I didn't know that the air here was that different, and I really didn't. I thought New York they're all the same. What do you mean? It's the same type of air. And then I'm seeing
the air really
here.
That different?
Yes, I'm seeing the balls here. I've played all my life in Marine Park League and Brooklyn Leagues, and the ball would be a clincher, softest clincher. Hence, you would have Dominicans hitting it, to the moon, and we're not them. Maybe Sam is. But besides that, you would have that ball would still fly. You would hit a good
Right.
shot, it would fly. And I never seen. It has to be the environment here, the air. I'm here 3 years. I've now I understand the chats and the people that have said you got to meet in the middle, right? If it's not the soft clincher, at some point maybe it's the gold clincher to see how that reacts to the air here,
I
because
agree.
that I've never seen the soft clincher move like this, where even my shot, regular pop up, just just came down to
I don't
second base
know.
at some point.
I don't know. I'm not buying it yet. Maybe I need to see it in person again. The honest answer is that when I was there in person the first week, I was very stressed and making sure everything was running right, and that Menachem Diamond's foot was behind the mound. So I wasn't able to pay attention properly to it. I will be coming down in two. When am I coming down, Joey? 3 weeks.
Oh, I
The
forgot I'm your travel agent. You'll be there December 23rd.
I'll be coming down December
And his
23rd.
secretary.
I'll be able to get a good look that week of whether or not these clinchers or softballs travel in the South Florida air. It's still very hard for me to believe that really is a thing that it
I don't
keeps.
necessarily know if it's a. I think John got logged off, but we'll
I got
continue.
call.
I don't think that it's necessarily. I definitely think it's a thing, but I'll be honest with you. I also think that we're playing on a very, very big field, so I think it ruins the what's the perception, the depth perception of what is carrying and what's not.
I don't know. Again.
It's a good point, Joey.
I'm gonna fight. Yeah, I'm gonna fight the community, right? I mean, not fight, but I'm gonna continue sticking to my guns. I truly believe there is no difference in the air. I think it's a field perception thing. I think it's a guys who haven't played with a mush
Is
ball
this
in a very.
something that would apply to Major League Baseball as well? This air thing?
Yeah, Colorado, the Rockies.
No, Colorado. I understand, but has anybody commented at the Marlins Park on anything
Well,
It's
about
no,
it?
because
indoors.
it's indoors.
It's not always indoors.
Well,
Also,
not
the air
always.
it's not always indoors, and the air is still similar, even if
The
it's
Marlins
indoors.
have
I
other
would think.
issues. The Marlins have other issues.
Jonathan, I was saying that I'm willing to go out on a limb and claim that this the whole thick air versus thin air thing I think as of now is a farce in my opinion. I'm curious. I want to see how it plays out. I think like Julie was saying, it's a very big field. At the end of the day, no matter how many guys here played with the mush ball for years and years and years, the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 years they've been playing with the green ball. Um, I don't know. I would like to give it more than 2 weeks before
Yeah,
we commit
I,
suicide on the most bar. I'm really
I think
curious. I'm really
I
curious.
think the gold. I think just seeing it and knowing it, and YMSL has always played with gold. Honestly, the gold is. I was also a proponent of the clincher because I grew up on the clincher. Brooklyn Leagues was always clinchers,
Yeah.
and it's something's different out here. Whether they're making the beers clincher or somebody, I don't know, the manufacturing plant here is not doing the right materials, or I don't know what it is, but I can't tell you enough how many shots, guys, even Sam shot one of his shots. Like it deserves to be further than that, right? Or one of the guys on my team, even Ira, hit a shot, his signature right center shot, usually hits the gap, and it's not even coming close. And you see the ball actually moving closer to you. It's up in the air and it's coming closer back to you. You're like, whoa, is this? It's like
It's
a
a
bonanza.
boomerang.
You throw the boomerang, and I mean I've never seen it like that. So I'm very curious to see how the gold ball fares. I think the green is just you're looking for a lawsuit, but
It's true.
the gold is probably the way to go. But I'll leave that up to the superiors
Avi,
above me.
that's pretty interesting because Avi and I buy insurance for a lot of different products. So like, there's a different price point, a different,
For sure, different price
whatever.
point.
So it's in.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if our insurance guy knows the difference between these different types of balls because he's never asked us. It takes somebody like Jared or Eric, the kind of guys who love the D, to really understand that there are different kinds of balls. But it is interesting. It is interesting that our insurance guy never asked us. It was news to me also, but I would have to think, like you said, Jonathan, that the other that ball is a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Now,
Yeah,
Jonathan, I have
this
a
world
question
is
for
nothing
you.
without the D. Yeah.
Do you think your team, as currently constructed, is the team to beat?
Um, I think that the first week, again, these teams are a learning curve, right? For each of the players, you go week by week. I've been a part of championship teams. My answer to that is, at this point, yeah, we have the right pieces to be the best. We are the team to beat. I don't want to take a first week, potentially rust, potentially errors. We didn't have our full squad, right? Ira's a big part of the squad.
Right.
I mean, he gives us that confidence. The guy's phenomenal. I'm sure you
He's a
guys know
player
him
coach
longer than I
also.
have.
From sitting there,
Yeah,
he coaches.
and he coaches, and he's, it's like, to be honest with you guys don't know me as well, but that's my kind of MO. And to have two guys like that on a team that are kind of pushing each other, I can take a break at some point, and he instills that belief. And not only that, I think that we have probably the best pitcher in the league, right? It's no secret. So when you mix all of those right pieces, I think, yeah, we are the team to beat. Now, I'm very big on actually doing it. I don't like talking about it.
Right.
So I always tell the team one game at a time. But like I said, we really test ourselves when we're down 3 in the 7th inning or the bottom 6, and we need to put up runs to win a game. That's when you see the true colors of of the cloth, let's say, right, that we're made of, truthfully.
What position do you play, Jonathan?
So shortstop my whole career, yeah, and including shortstop here.
But then
How would you
Ira came
compare
along and
how do you compare to a Sam Saroya?
Sam is phenomenal. He got into the league a little bit after me. He's got a crazy arm.
what
You
about
know,
Tony
I
Estes?
I hear a lot of
Estes.
things about Sam. Yeah,
No,
Max is a
Joey,
really
we
good friend of
particularly
mine.
know Sam because we're always glazing Moshe Zinn, and the Syrians or the YMSL guys that are connected with our league are always like Zinn doesn't hold a candle to Sammy Saroya. So I'm
It's a,
curious where Jonathan Elliott.
it's a
So
big debate. It's a big debate in the Syrian New York space, the Moshe Zin Sami Saruya debate. Now, Moshe Zin and myself did beat Sami Saruya in the CARE tournament together with
And
Menachem
Menachem
Diamond's team.
Diamondstein.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to get there. Menachem Diamondstein gave me the opportunity to actually be a hitter for the first time in my life. Typically, I'm always pitching, and I'm just at the plate. I pointed out before. It's such a not to boast, but I forgot how good of a hitter I am because when I'm pitching, no, I'm serious. I'm so locked in on pitching that when I come to the plate, it's like almost an afterthought. Like I'm still a good hitter, but it's an afterthought. Menachem was we split the playing games. I pitched the quarterfinals. Menachem was so dominant the last 2-3 games of that tournament. I was actually able to just like relax and be a hitter for the first time in my life. And I haven't had that in like years, in like 10 years probably, since I was in camp before I started pitching. 15 years I haven't had that. And Malcolm dominated. But
Yeah.
anyway, so in the championship, it was Zinn versus Sammy, and Zinn had a couple spectacular plays in the infield. And
I
I kept
haven't
on
seen
call,
him. Yeah.
I kept on crowning him as he came off the field every time he came up because I was when I'm not pitching, I was sort of that bench coach on the field for our team and hitting. So every time Zinn made a play came off, I kept doing like this, and like there's a big crowd in the CARE tournament championship. They all kept on staring like,
Is
what
he
the
the
heck's the guy
best?
doing?
Is Zinn considered like the Ashkenaz?
Yeah.
He's coming in, he's representing you guys on the shortstop.
Yeah, him
Okay.
or David Bloom. There's another guy. David Bloom was
Okay,
fantastic.
so those are
Also,
legends, and in my neck of the woods, so to speak. I mean, obviously there's Mo Shama, who you probably heard his name. He's a
yeah,
legend,
yeah,
probably one of
yeah.
the best to ever do it. And I don't give a lot of people credit because I think I'm the best. But
Yeah.
basically, Mo Shams is probably one of the best. And Sam, and then there's Z, right? Zach Ashkenazi, who in his prime, I'm still in his prime.
Fantastic.
He's the nonstop Gold Glove winner. I've seen Zach make
And
some.
he's a
You have to show you
phenomenal hitter.
videos.
Phenomenal
He's
hitter.
phenomenal. He's got the clutch gene though. When it comes
So-
down to
yeah.
just a clutch gene. But Sammy is interesting because he joined his first year, and it's not a lot of people win the YMSL. It's a very tough league to win. 13 years I was in it, won it twice. Went to the World Series probably 3 times. Super tough to win and competitive. And Sammy did it in his first year. He does things that aren't, they're unorthodox. They're unorthodoxly good, I would say. He does things like backing up the third baseman when the third baseman threw ball went to second base. He's backing up the third baseman in anticipation of a ball going past third, and he makes a diving stab, like to make it out. Like it's things that people don't usually do, like shortstops. So he's very ahead of the curve. He's got one of the best arms I've seen. I haven't seen Zinn, so I wouldn't be able to
How's Zinn's
compare
arm,
it.
Avi?
It is incredible. You can't get fat. You can't get a stronger arm than
I think what
Malcolm.
impresses me most about Zinn, though, is watching him go back on a pop up. I mean, when it's hit, like 25 feet behind the shortstop, that's my favorite play that I like to
Yeah.
see him.
He's
Where it's in
back.
that no man's land, he's
Yeah.
that no man's land is, I don't know, that's he makes it look so easy.
You can make
So
a case
John,
in the field. You can make a case in the field that he's as good or better than anyone. You'll
How
see.
old is he? How old is Zinn? That's the question.
24.
23.
There you go. So I mean, listen, I don't want to show you guys videos of me at 23, but at the end
Show
of the
him.
day,
Show him. You
at the
have?
end of the day, if you love that play,
Show
I
us your
mean,
D. Jonathan, show us your D. That's what we're into on the podcast.
we're gonna need another segment for that one. But the only thing I'll say is that the age, right? The age is, I mean, 20s. Once you get into 30,
Yeah, sorry, what did you say, Jonathan? You got cut off. Joey, you have to jump at 1 foot in right now.
Well, let's finish first.
It's riveting content. I wish he came prepared with his videos, you know? That would have been great to put up on the screen.
Are we editing this part out?
No, it's great content. Are you in the bathroom, Joey?
No, I'm not you.
Avi and Avi and Jonathan are down for the count. You know, it is interesting what he was saying about the age. When we had Jared on, Jonathan, it's
sorry,
interesting.
every
Nope.
time someone calls,
Yeah,
I
knocks
get
you out. Right?
disconnected. And
We should
it's
really
something-
tell people when they do the podcast if they put do not disturb on, would that help it or it still wouldn't
Yeah.
help it?
That's what
should
I
I
did.
put
really-
do not disturb? Here, hold on.
I had to log out because my storage on my phone is like nothing because all the videos I take. So I was getting an alert that my storage is low and I'm gonna get logged out. So I deleted some stuff from my
It's
WhatsApp.
time to
All right,
back them up, Avi.
I don't know. It's just something with. Anyway, so, yeah, I'll say that the age is we all want that.
No,
age
it's huge.
back,
It's
and-
very interesting because Jared Schulman also, when we had him on, he's 40. I said to Avi, I said, I can't think of one 40-year-old center fielder that we have. Now, 37-year-old shortstop we do. David Bloom is
Unbelievable.
How old is
Unbelievable. He's got to be in his low 40s. No,
he? Low 40s.
got to be at least. I don't want to overage him. Maybe not. Maybe.
Bauman.
Yeah,
I like it though. I like it. It's good because I'm only 2 games in with you guys, and you'll see the bag of tricks come out with each game. You guys will make that assumption for yourself, and then put it into tiers, right? You have tiers of shortstops.
Yes.
I mean, Ira could play a mean shortstop. I've seen him, and I'm like, I know that guy is good.
What's his main
that was another
position?
topic.
What's Ira's main position?
I mean,
Pitcher,
he
no?
pitches third, short. I mean, I think it's short every time I've seen him. But I think Ira is so selfless that I told him, I think, I've been playing short for such a long time. I could play third very well, but
Is Ira
at the
such
end
a
of the
perfect
day-
human being? Does he have any limitations or bad parts to him?
so far so good, man. I'm still trying to look for it, but
Is there a way to provoke him to see if there's
No.
something not good?
he's
No.
super chill, and
He's that
gave me
kid,
short, and
That was in the top sheer, always got 90s, and he's like, if he didn't do well on a test, his not well was a 95. You know what I mean? He's one of those.
yeah, I see that personality in the field also. He's I made like a diving stab and threw the guy out, and he's like, you had time to get up a little bit and just make that throw a little bit better. And I'm like,
Even when the guy dislocated his finger and everyone's like, "Oh, come on!" He's like, "Oh, guys, come on, Rafur Shleim." I'm like, he might be Mashiach.
yeah.
He
that
might
guy,
be
meanwhile-
Mashiach. Wow.
Yeah, that guy,
That is-
meanwhile, almost got a hit with like his finger hanging off his
He's back. He's back
bone.
against you guys this week.
Wow, this
John,
guy not.
Did you ever
not
do the RSK tournament?
No, what is that? Not the care tournament, right?
RSK
Yeah,
is
so
no.
so RSK really, I think, has become the sort of premier tournament. There's as far as I know, there are 3 tournaments. There's the RSK, there's the Cares, and there's the what's the other one called? Ben Salem Colo.
Ben Salem.
Ben
There's
Salem.
also Sephardic food. I think there's like another. Anyway, yeah.
The
So
Kipper
anyway,
tournament.
you're talking to somebody right now in this podcast, not me, who won the first ever RSK tournament.
First ever, forever.
People don't
Was he
realize
pitching?
besides
Pitching, baby. That's right. I'm always pitching. The only time I didn't pitch was this past tournament with Diamond Steel when he gave him the reins.
Yeah, overshadowed. I got you.
people don't realize that Avi, besides for being a great pitcher, is also a phenomenal hitter. He wasn't shy to mention it before. Dom actually made an interesting point, Joey. I don't know if you
16 for 21 in the care tournament.
debatable.
Wow.
How he
Obvious
scored.
score
He
stuff.
did the same
8
scoring.
for
Jonathan, he has
11
the
in
same.
the playoffs.
He has the same mahalach for scoring that you did on Sunday, last Thursday.
He's Rain Man. He's Rain Man.
Dom had an interesting point though. We were talking. Me, Avi, and Dom were talking.
I
about
even
this.
got a good hit from Sammy Soroya, and I never said a word in my life. He went, "Good hit, Avi," and now I consider him my BFF.
What does that mean? You got a good hit from him? He's not a pitcher.
I sliced a nice single on a pitch down and away up the middle, and after they got out of the inning, coming off the field, he ran by me. He went, nice shot, Avi.
I mean,
I don't think I
he's
said a
also
word
the
to him.
nicest guy. He's also
Yeah,
the nicest
I've heard
guy, right?
he's
Avi's
super
wife
sweet,
got
yeah.
pregnant that night. um, so so Avi
Uh,
so Avi
yeah.
what was I gonna say? Oh, it's actually interesting. Jonathan, I don't know what you're like at the plate. We have some players in our league. They're the kind of guys that come to the plate. You can't see my legs, but they're like shoveling the dirt. They're really digging in, and Dom is our head umpire in New York. He's a colorful Italian guy. He's like, get in the effing box, like you're not Mickey Mantle. So Avi is interesting. Avi gets up there. He doesn't do any of the dirt things. He doesn't do any of the
He's Todd Zeal.
yeah, like
Oh
he's
God.
well. What does
I
Todd
just
Zeal
what I
do?
do is basically I just wave my bat like
Like that.
this, and I just poke it or line it, basically line it wherever I want, depending on where the pitch is.
Like a
I'm a very
boring
annoying.
Sheffield.
You
Yeah, I'm a
would
very
look at
annoying
Avi
hitter.
Edelman and think he's the most uncoordinated, socially off person ever, but the kid is great at softball.
How does that relate to Joey? You just needed to get that in.
I need
Joey,
to
you
get
just
that in
needed
because
to,
we're stroking Avi's ego. It's too much. I need to bring it
while
down.
we were glazing Avi. So Jonathan, you're a good hitter too.
I mean, you have guys here who have seen me. I can lace one. I can
Uh-huh.
go anywhere. I told Ira put me three because I'm a situational guy, so I can put it anywhere I want. I tend to go down the lines. I like down the lines. I could go in the gaps. I let them move a little bit, and then I pick a spot.
Oh, I
It's always been
forgot.
my MO.
We're right. That's what I was asking you about the RSK tournament. So in the last few years, I think there have been about 4 of these tournaments. They built an incredible product.
5.
5 years. Jared Schulman had a bad experience, so don't talk to Jared about it. But it's 2 tiers. Tier 1, people are. We had a recap podcast, and we're not affiliated with it at all. We're just friends with a lot of the guys. We had a recap podcast, and people are already talking about roster construction the day this year's ended. It's just a lot of hype.
Even tier
for the
2 is
most
very competitive.
Even tier 2 is very, very competitive.
Where does
Yeah,
it get
it's true.
played? Where is it played?
Roselle, New Jersey.
It's like 30 minutes
Roselle.
north of Lakewood. What is it, Avi? Like 30 minutes
Elizabeth.
north of
No,
Lakewood?
no, it's like an hour from everywhere. Talking like an
Oh, it's an
hour
hour from
20
Lakewood.
minutes.
Whoops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like an hour from everywhere for most locations. That's why they do it there.
Okay, got it. So, Joey, do you have to dip or you're good?
2 minutes on I have to dip.
2
I
minutes.
got
And
like
you got a
5
hard.
minutes also, by the way.
You got a hard stop. That's all right. We covered a lot. So wait. So let's go back to your childhood. We need the full Jonathan Eliezer picture. So you go to Rambam for elementary. For high school, you end up in
Tab.
Tab.
Went to Tab.
Is
Yep.
Tab still around?
No, unfortunately. Great high school under Rabbi
Clearly not.
Davidowitz. It was a good school though. It was a good school. You could learn. If you wanted to learn, you'd learn. If you wanted to do other things, you do other things. But
Did you go to Israel after high school?
no, I went to Brooklyn College, and from there, yeah, went into banking. So any business banking needs, let me know here with Chase. That's why I joined the podcast. Really, no, I'm just kidding.
Are you actually with Chase?
Yeah. I'm with JP
I'm
Morgan.
actually
here
waiting on I'm actually waiting on a claim still. It's been like 11 days. They told me it was gonna be 10. So if you could actually.
I can't check those.
Did you request a transfer and they honored it? How did you end up in Florida?
No, I was actually I was always been a corporate banker for large companies, and then the team over here said, I knew someone that knew someone, and he was like, hey, do you want to join here? And people in Florida, I don't know if they want to work or they don't work, or I don't know what the deal is with them, but they were like, hey, let's just take this guy on. And it's always been a dream. The kids, I mean, you can't explain it. I can't explain it for me. Just what my son's growing up with here as opposed to what he had in Brooklyn, New York, But,
really?
100%.
It's so much better.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Quality of life.
Where do you live?
I'm in Hollywood now. And yeah.
Do you know Benny Rosenbaum? He's also a Jewish banker.
No, I think that's the second somebody asked me about that
Okay.
previous week.
So then, when did you start playing in these Jewish rec softball leagues?
Man, I mean, I started playing 12, 13 years old. I was playing with guys who were 20 to 40s, and they would take me on. I was pretty good, and
Wow.
throw me catcher. I started as a catcher and learned catcher is probably the best position to start in when you're learning because you're getting a lot of hand-eye coordination, and made my move around the diamond pretty much. 12, 13, 14.
Where you were playing in the Marine Park League?
So I grew up in P Park. There's Avenue P Park. It's a legendary park. A lot
Oh,
of
the
great
outdoor,
ballers
the
went through there.
concrete.
The concrete outdoor one. So P Park is a big park, and I played.
We miss you, John.
Baby, come back.
Come back, John. P Park.
P
Hold
Park.
on.
It's actually concrete.
Can you
by
guys
the way.
hear
It's
me?
real concrete.
It's funny, there are these leagues that I hear about that are concrete. You know, like you talk to Steve and other people, they would play on concrete 30 years ago. It's
Well,
interesting.
Steve played when dinosaurs were around.
The Hillcrest Softball League started on concrete. I got all of Ariel Cohen's videos from 16 years ago or 15 years ago.
Oh yeah,
I
they're
gave
on
him the
concrete.
Yeah.
I hope we get the videos of John playing the field. It sounds obvious. He's Taka, big deal.
He's very good.
Wow. All right, maybe we should wrap up here. It's
I wonder if you overlapped with Uri Adler in the YMSL.
that would be fun to get his opinion on Uri.
Up there,
Yeah, I
John,
would like to.
Sorry.
John,
Did you-
yeah, go ahead, Dave.
well, a couple of things.
This app is
You wanna,
not getting good reviews from me. I'm just letting you guys know from now.
are you
did
gonna?
Avi's
Do you have the
cousin or
power
something
at Chase
create it?
to shut it down? Do you have the power to shut it down? Like you're like one of those Jewish bankers that can just sort of do whatever they want.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, yeah, if that's what you need to hear to come on board. And at the end of the day, I make it happen. I'm a senior business banker here. I deal with companies like 5 to like 50 million in sales size. And we do it all, But did I cover everything in my past? I think I did, right?
No, not really. Did you play with Uri Adler at YMSL?
Uri's good. Yeah, I think I played with
Oh.
him. I might have missed him or played once with him 1 year. Because at that point I had to leave the league. I couldn't play it anymore, driving a deal, coming back. But Uri has a good name in the league. Uri and there's another guy, another Ashkenaz. They only let a very few Ashkenaz guys in.
Ellie Race.
Ellie Race is pretty good, and then there's Uri
Rosenberg.
Adler and then Nussberg, no, or Nussenbaum, or one of those guys.
Nussbaum, Max Nussbaum.
He plays in
and there's
YMSL? No, he
yeah,
doesn't.
yeah. Uri Adler's a part of YMSL. He's
No. Not What Nussbaum? Is it Nussbaum YMSL? No.
Yeah. There's
Redhead.
Nuss. They call him Nussy something. I don't know. But
Yeah,
he's
he's from Muncie.
power hitter too.
Yeah.
Great guy. Yeah. Great guy.
Oh, he plays.
See
I
the
didn't know he plays in
videos
YMSL.
still.
I didn't know he plays in YMSL.
Yeah.
And I've Rami Rosenberg also, another Ashkenaz kid who plays in YMSL.
Interesting. Hey, you guys are losing a few.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Uri's put together a team for the last few years that's won the RSK tournament, or he's won like 3 out of 4 years, something like that. Avi.
Well, he put
3 out of 5
together.
years?
He had me carry him to the first RSK championship, and then we had a falling out, and then he won the next 2 out of 3 without me.
So I guess he doesn't need you.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I still do see Zimmerman, Friedman on the schedule. So we're playing them 4 times, 4 weeks.
No, I'm just saying
4 weeks.
I don't think that's the correct one.
Okay. All right. But we're playing Smash House back-to-back weeks, and then next week if it is Friedman again, then that shows.
Quick rundown. In an 18 league, every team is going to play each other twice. So it just happens to be that you guys got the back-to-back.
Yeah,
But after that, that's it. That's always how it works.
So Joey, the week that I'm coming down, is it confirmed that it's going to be Diamondstein and Suss versus Zimmerman?
I have to see the schedule. I know we have 4 teams that have committed to playing on that Tuesday.
Yeah, well, aren't you guys committed that weekend? I'll be there. I really want to see good matchups. Tuesday night. Otherwise, you're not going to play for 2 weeks.
Hopefully I get the dirt field.
Well, your team has your team.
All right, a few of us got to jump off, so let's hold it here. Thanks so much for coming on, Jonathan, Yoni. It's been a real pleasure. I hope your mother watches. Jonathan. All right, and we'll hope to see you soon. Good luck out there.
I want to thank you guys also for bringing the league, and B'atzlacha. Hopefully it gets to where we need to get to.
Amen.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Amen.
Bye,
Bye, guys.